Well, at the time, back to 1982, when I started doing research and active feasibility study on this segment of the industry, I was still at St. Mary's. The seed of starting a brewery was essentially the fact that I identified a void in choices of beer. There was a lack of awareness unless you were a home brewer or a traveler to Europe or the UK about styles of beer, particularly just the traditional styles and seasonal styles that were still very prevalent in across the pond. So essentially, there was this huge void. And my whole idea was to reincorporate true beer culture in the region. There were other people that were starting to do that on the East Coast and the West Coast, but the Midwest still was pretty wide open prairie. And I spent 2 years really doing some solid research. I apprenticed at 2 different breweries during my vacation time from the hospital. I started meeting people in the industry. I started attending some conferences on small scale brewing. And, for example, the first Great American Beer Festival that I went to in Boulder, Colorado in 1983, there were maybe 20 breweries there and a total attendance of maybe 150 people. That really, projects what a fledgling organization it was at that time. So I was committed back to 1982, but it wasn't until they discharged me from St. Mary's Hospital in 1984, that was the first concrete step, because they offered me a different position. I declined, and I basically saw it as a sign that it's really time to move forward.